Alright, so I've been getting quite a few questions about these sons of bitches this week. So instead of replying to all like, ooh, shit, gotta watch out for that one. That one's a really freaking tripper. So this past week I've been getting a lot of questions, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff on YouTube about weed whackers and such, and people have been asking me what's the best one to do, what happens if it breaks, this, that, and the other thing. So I'm going to go over some weed whackers. Just going to be like a quick little, maybe 7-minute video of this, and then have some of my attachments over here, and I'll show you guys a couple carburetors. Alright, so here are some of the weed whackers that we have on this property anyway. I used to have about 40 of them, and then I sold them all to one guy for like 20 bucks. They're pretty cheap. Around my area, you can get a curve shaft for around 60 bucks, and that would be just a basic weed eater. Or you can get the one that I have, my really good pull-on. This is a quick link. This is the pull-on P33.5 right there. That's the one that I have. This is my favorite one. This right here is a quick link. I picked this up at Walmart last year at the end of the season for I think 80 bucks, and this came with this one straight shaft attachment. Now you can also get all these other attachments which I have here, which is the extension, the chainsaw. The chainsaw works awesome. That's that little guy right there. Pretty decent unit. The edger works pretty damn good. And you get the hedge trimmer, and there's also a rototiller and a brush cutter, which I didn't get because I didn't really need them. And they were actually like an extra 50 bucks. I think this was like 20. No, this was 30. This was 20. This was 25, and then this came with the package deal there. So I got a pretty good deal on it. I did an unboxing video and stuff like that last year, I think, sometime. So, yeah, and then you have your basic MTD style weed eater, curve shaft. This is actually PJ's. This is just a Boland's BL 100, 33cc. This is a 35cc, I do believe. Yeah, 35cc. And this one here is so far friggin' the baddest one that I've ever had. This one's pretty decent. It's an MTD. You know, if you get, I don't know, I say if you get 2 years out of these MTDs, and you did pretty good for yourself. This one here, I would be probably expecting to probably get about maybe 6 or 7 years. This one here seems to be pretty good. Really strong, built well. Usually they're always bending right here, like this one is right now. See that? This one just doesn't do it. It's just built right. Pull-ons are made by Husqvarna, I'm pretty sure. So that's why they're just built so well. I mean, Husqvarna is a pretty good brand, and that's all that I pretty much use anyway. Then I have this cross one here. This is my old weed eater, or old weed whacker anyway. The only reason why I stopped using it was I broke the throttle on it one day when I was cleaning out the shed, and yeah. But this is just a 25cc. Trash picked this about a year and a half ago. Runs pretty good. Same deal, curve shaft. It's not a straight shaft. Straight shaft is this guy right here. Best for like edging if you want to do really good edges. It's a lot nicer. You don't get as much vibration either. Those ones right there kick off a lot of vibration in your hands as opposed to these ones, because these are all gear driven. There's a little spline in there, and then there's another little spline that goes up and then turns your head. Then there's the old classic weed eater. This is the motor that was going to go on my Husqvarna. Just kidding. It's a pretty good, I mean, I've never used it. It's just been here since pretty much when my parents moved into this house, and it's just been over here pretty much. You know, just a basic weed eater. You know, just a classic deal. So I got pretty much all three there laid out. Next I'm going to talk about the heads. You have your regular heads on these things. Which is, you know, the damn push button things that you always friggin' breaking. You can't get the damn string out, and then you gotta re-ravel it. It's a bitch to do. PJ has these quick connects on his. These are pretty simple. You just pull these out and then just push them in type deal. And there's like 4 on these, and there's 2 on each, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 little weed whippers, and it does a pretty good job. On mine, I have these really simple quick connects. These ones here do pretty damn good. You just pretty much reel her in and done deal. I have yet to even use this weed whacker yet because I haven't really. I mean, the season ended pretty quick last year, so I didn't really need to use this, but pretty quick. Just go in, and do it. I think I got some in here, or I did have some in there. I think it's over there, but you know, they're all pretty much 50-50 mix. 50% gas, 50%, you know, just gotta read your instructions on what it is. Now, for the big question that I get a lot, are they worth it to fix it? It depends on what's broken. Let's say you can't get it started, for instance. First thing what you want to do is you want to check your spark. Pull your spark plug out, crank her over, and if you can see any ignition, like a little bit of light, a little bit of spark cut happening, then you get spark. It's just probably going to be a simple carb job. I don't personally work on these carburetors anymore. I used to. I got fed up with them. They're not worth the time. I'm just trying to find a carburetor. Here's one. Actually, I got 3 over here. So here's 3 basic Walbro carburetors. Very basic. This is just a regular Walbro. What's this one? This is a Walbro. And this also is a Walbro. So all Walbro, very basic. If you were going to rebuild it, they are a bitch to do. You got to undo them 4 screws right there. Undo the top screw right there. Clean it all out. And then you have to get a little carb kit. Something like this one. Get some more here. Like this one right here. This is just the basic flange one, along with the tire gasket kit. That's the part number right there if anyone wants to grab it. Most likely, let's see. Most likely, this one here is the carburetor that would go for that kit. Most of the time what I do is I usually do it by photos. I don't even bother looking these damn things up because there's like 90 billion of them made. Your best bet is just to open it up, figure out what you got, look at the photos, and then just match them up to whatever kit you might need. Like this is another diaphragm kit. I mean, they make millions of these carb kits. Like here's another one. This is like a more advanced one. This has got the plastic one in it, the little blue piece right there. Very common. And these are just the 3 common ones that I stock. And then they make other ones that are just like completely different. Like this is one. This is an Oregon brand. Another common one, I do believe. Yes, there's a common one. So right there, there's 4 different carb rebuild kits. I bet you if I probably could pull out one more in here. Let's see. Well, maybe not. I guess that's it. Yeah, I must have used the other one. But there's also another one, but they're all pretty much the same. Just take them apart, look at them. Pretty simple to fix, clean up. But I personally won't do any more of these. Most of the time I tell anyone that brings these things in, I tell them immediately just to go out and buy a new one. It's not worth the time, the labor rate, and fixing them. I mean, if you can fix it by yourself, yeah, go ahead and do it. But if you're going to send it to someone like me, who's going to easily charge you like $60 just to friggin' work on these things, because they're a friggin' bitch to do it, I just usually tell them to go out and buy a new one. I mean, here in the States, you can go to Walmart, buy a brand new weed eater curve shaft for $60. You can buy a brand new weed eater straight shaft for right around, I think $80, maybe $79 at Walmart, and they last about 2 years. I mean, if you can get 2 years out of one, you did pretty damn good. You know, I mean, these are just some of the carburetors I just have kicking around. I usually do have more. They ran away on me. I don't know where they went. But yeah, that was just a quick little talk about weed eaters. I mean, most of the times they are pretty simple to get at. All you gotta do is just unscrew the 2 screws right there, take off the carburetor, clean it, and you know, just clean it up pretty good, and most of the time you will get it running. I mean, if you know what you're doing, I say go for it. If you can't, if you don't know what you're doing, don't even bother fixing it. Go out buy a new one. But if you use like a steel or an Echo, like have an Echo up there, Echo leaf blower, or a steel like that one, that's a 2-stroke as well. They're definitely worth fixing. definitely worth fixing. Don't friggin' go out and just throw those out. Those are worth some coin. Same with the chainsaws. Chainsaws are actually worth fixing too. This is my Polon Pro chainsaw. It's an 18-inch bar, 42 cc's. I'm actually thinking about changing the bar out to a 14-inch bar because I don't really need one this big. It'll have a lot more power. But I mean, I've had this for about a year now too. This is a freaking great chainsaw. Right up there with steel, I'd say. I mean, Polon is made by Husqvarna, and Husqvarna makes some pretty damn good products. I mean, I got my Husqvarna lawn tractor, Husqvarna rototiller, a Husqvarna push mower, and I'll be soon to be getting a Husqvarna zero turn. So, I mean, it just goes to tell you, I mean, I have no problem using Husqvarna. I like the equipment. If you want, you can go out buy friggin' Lesco or Gravely or Walker. If you want, you can go out and buy that stuff. I mean, if you're a landscaper, you'd buy it. But if you're me, homeowner, go ahead, rock with the Husqvarnas and stuff. I mean, I've actually even seen landscapers use Husqvarna. Husqvarna is a very good name for equipment, you know. But yeah, just wanted to go over this. I'm getting a lot of personal messages lately, comments and stuff like that on what's the best weed eater to buy and stuff like that. So if you're looking to get a lower end weed eater, weed whacker type deal, best to get the Polon Pro. It's exactly what is made by Husqvarna. If you want to go up a little bit and get a real Husqvarna, go ahead. It's just the color that's going to be the difference. That's all. Craftsman, they make decent stuff. You probably get about 2 years out of it, just like an MTD. Echo, they last for quite a bit of time. Usually get right around maybe to 6 to. If you get one at Home Depot, you'll probably get about 4 years out of it. If you get one at a dealer, you'll probably get one about. It'll probably last about 10 years if you maintain it right. Steel, depends on where you buy it from. It depends really where you buy it. I'm talking about leaf blowers today. I mean, not leaf blowers, weed whackers. Buy a steel weed whacker, you probably get about 7, maybe to 10 years out of it. If you buy one at like a lower end store, probably about 4 years. I mean, it depends on where you buy your shit at. You go to the dealer, get a real deal stuff, you're gonna make out better. But if you go into like a Home Depot and buy an Echo or a Ryobi, junk. That's all they are, it's just junk. I mean, I'll even admit this is junk, but it's gonna last me about I'd say about 4 years. My uncle, he has same deal, something like this, got all the little attachments. He doesn't use his much, but he's gotten right around, I think PJ was telling me the other day there, I think around 8 years out of it, so he's doing pretty good. Ryobi, not so great of a brand. I've seen Ryobi tractors, they break. Ryobi does not make a good product, I'll tell you that right now. They're just complete shit. I know there's a few guys out there that have Ryobi weed whackers, junk. Junk. I wouldn't buy them. I've seen too many of them just break. I mean, I'm sure, yeah, maybe one of them, maybe two of them maybe are still living. But to me, they're junk. You know? But just figured I'd give you guys a quick little talk about some weed eaters and shit like that. And we'll get back to our daily scheduled program. Oh, yeah. Not really much gonna happen today. I gotta go up to Harbor Freight. I gotta get a what is it? I gotta get a son of a bitch, one of them new ear shears, because I gotta cut up a bunch of scrap metal aluminums and stainless steels and such. I have one right here, but this one broke on me for some reason. It just wants to do like the 360 door deal. Just wants to keep spinning on me. I don't know what the deal is. So it's junk, it doesn't even operate anymore, so I'm just going to pick up a new one so I can cut the aluminums apart and different things like that. And tomorrow I'm going to bring that the Chinese quad back in here, finish it up. I got the new little reservoir cap. It's off of his Harbor Freight spray gun. I'm going to rig something up just like that, and I'll be a reservoir cap for the brake fluid. So yeah. But hopefully that clear things up about a bunch of weed eater, weed whackers, whatever the frig you want to call them. And hopefully it helps out a few people. So yeah. I guess we'll just take it from there. Holy, racked up 14, almost a 15-minute video. Damn. All that just because of weed eaters. Alright guys, let's get done doing a little bit of summer maintenance on this thing. Pretty much just cleaned her up, greased all the fittings and stuff like that, took out the grease gun. Kind of sort of buffed it up a little bit too, just to clean her up, power washed it, you know. But I gotta say, for this year, the tractor, I've kept this thing in friggin' great shape. I mean, I've seen a few of these on Craigslist that are just so beaten up, it's just unbelievable. But just goes to show you, if you take care of your shit, you can have a nice little friggin' tractor. Cleaned up the inside of the motor and different things like that. One of you guys asked the other day, I forget your username, but you were asking on the side, these things usually say YTH2448. Well, the Y, I don't know what the YTH stands for, but I know the 24 stands for the 24 horsepower motor. The deck is the 48-inch deck, but the 24 is no longer a 24 because you guys all remember when I bought this motor. Actually, I ended up buying this motor brand new just last year, and I dumped the 26 horse in it instead of the 24 because the 24 had bad heads. So, yeah, that just so you know, so people will stop asking me on why I have a 26 horse in there and not a friggin' 24. And don't even say that I swapped out the covers because I have a video of me unboxing this thing, of it being brand new. So, but cleaned it all up, did all the maintenance. I even got a full tank of fuel in here for once. Check this out, it's hard to believe. Drained a bunch of the snow blower motors and ended up with a full tank of fuel for once. I've never even had a full tank of fuel in this thing. So that'll probably last me about pretty much almost the whole summer. That motor gets pretty good gas on it. But, yeah, fucking rights. So, I figured I might as well show you this too. I'm working on a bunch of scrap metals. It's gonna rain out. That's weird. I'm working on a bunch of this stuff. Picked this all up yesterday out of the dumpster, and there's all kinds of aluminum. Like, this is all aluminum, and inside this aluminum there's a bunch of copper. It's like a bunch of old refrigerators or something. So I'm kind of sort of picking at it. I gotta go to Home Depot, get some new blades for my Sawzall, and that's like finished cutting off the metal, cashing for the aluminum. There's a bunch of copper there. There's a few pieces of stainless, and I still get all the way down there. I gotta chop up too. So, but it's coming along pretty good. So we'll get back to you in a little bit. Oh yeah. Alright, so pretty much I'm done for the day. Just got done making a little snippet for the BBB show tomorrow. And yeah, got quite a bit of this shit all stripped down. Fucking right. And different things like that. I gotta go pick up a fridge. It's a small one of them little mini fridges is sitting right across the street there. Gotta grab the dolly. Oh shit, got the music playing. And so yeah, we'll go pick that up the next second or two once I'm done making this in my friggin' cable box. PJ, if you're watching, you friggin' dicked over my cable box yesterday. I don't know what happened. He unplugged it, and turns out now we gotta get a different cable box because it don't pick up any signal anymore. We already talked to the cable company there, Comcast, and they just said, bring it in, get a new box. They've already tried getting new code and stuff like that for it, but it's just dicked over big time. It just says, please wait one moment, and still doing the same thing, so it's dicked. But anyway guys, we'll talk to you guys all tomorrow, and tomorrow, keep on doing whatever you're doing pretty much. Whatever.